Today on the channel, Turtle Anxiety defeated once again with the Punk Rock Frogs Part 2, Napoleon and Attila. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Target exclusive cartoon unboxing and review. Turtle Anxiety defeated once again. I gotta wear my Turtle Anxiety t-shirt in celebration every single time I find a new cartoon NECA Ninja Turtle, especially out there on the Target shelves. And you can get this very shirt at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, support the channel. So there you go. But today, we've got the Punk Rock Frogs Part 2, as we unboxed the first set a while ago. It's interesting how they staggered these out. Definitely cheaper repaints. I don't know about cheaper if that's the right word, but it is repaints of the. You get the most out of your molds, like we always talk about on the channel with these frogs. But it's okay. We needed 4 frogs. There's 4 turtles. There's 4 frogs, and they are the Punk Rock Frogs. We'll get more into that when we get them out of the package. But we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox them. We're going to talk about them. We'll see where it goes from there. We'll compare them to the other frogs. We might even bring out our old friend Leatherhead as well. But let's take a look at the packaging first. So there it is. There's the old packaging. By now, we're very accustomed to this packaging. The green and yellow, you could spot it a mile away when you're walking into that NECA set at your Targets. You can see all the way down that aisle and you say, uh-oh, we got turtles. What is it? And as you get closer, you're either disappointed or you do a little dance in the aisle and go crazy and with excitement. I personally, finding this set out at Target in Woodbury, Minnesota. I was traveling for work. I was up that way, and that's where I found this set. I was taking a picture, sending it to that old outlaw Waylon Jennings. As we are a turtle hunting team, we team up. If he finds 2, he hooks me up and vice versa. We watch each other's backs on these turtles. And I was taking a picture to say, oh, I got them. I found the frogs. And the NECA guy was standing right there. I didn't know it was the NECA guy. And he just kind of whispered over my ear, will I be seeing these on eBay later this afternoon? And I said, absolutely not. No, what are you talking about? And I said, you'll be seeing them on YouTube here in about a week or so stay tuned for that. I wish I would have had a business card. I would have gave it to him right then and there. And I said, hey, dude, I'm working on 10,000 subscribers. Why don't you subscribe to the channel, watch my review, all that kind of stuff. So hopefully that guy's watching. If he is, you can leave a comment, guy, but I'm guessing you're not watching. But he thought I was scalping this, and I got called a scalper twice in the last week. Unbelievable. I said, no, if I was a scalper, I'd be buying every single one of these. I just need one of these X-Men sets. I want one of each. That's all I want. But anyways, so it goes. When you're out there on the hunt, everybody assumes the worst. I guess everybody assumes the worst these days. And that's what I saw twice this week. But like I said, the packaging, very familiar at this point. We got the 2 frogs down below. You got the Turtles logo. You got tons of accessories as we're accustomed to with these frogs and all Turtle NECA cartoon figures really at this point. You got their names at the top, Napoleon and Attila. And Genghis and Rasputin were the other ones. They were all named after classic or whatever they are, but, torturers, murderers in some case, rulers, guys that ruled with an iron fist way back in the day. Very similar to how the Turtles were named after painters, so it's really kind of tongue-in-cheek there. Kind of funny they were named after some tyrants and stuff like that when the frogs were bad guys a little bit, but then they became pretty good friends out there. So kind of their names really don't fit, but I guess you could say the same thing about the turtles. It's not like they were really artists out there. The frogs I never really trusted a whole lot, though, in my cartoon watching days. I remember they didn't like pizza. And anybody that didn't like pizza, coming from the Iowa Pizza King, I don't know if I can trust somebody that doesn't like pizza. You at least like a cheese. I mean, come on out there. And they didn't like pizza, but I think there was an episode where they maybe learned to like pizza finally or something like that. I don't know. My memory is a little foggy on the Turtles. I need to go back and watch them all. I've been threatening to do that for a long time. One of these days I will. If I ever get some time off and some free time, I'm going to throw in the old Turtles DVD and go through it all. But then on the side of the package, you got one of them there. I believe, is that Attila? I'm not sure if I know which one's which. That's pretty tough. I think that's Attila, and I'm guessing this is Genghis. And it could be the other way around for all I know, but little glamour shots on the side, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the top, graphics, or not graphics, credits on the bottom, UPCs on the bottom, all that fun stuff. And on the back, there you go. You got the 2 glamour shots of the figures there, and you got the Turtles logo up top. I do like this. I like the figures being shown on the packaging. Artwork's great and all. That's what the front's for. I like this artwork here. But then on the back, I like seeing the figures. I always think that jogs people what they can do with a figure, shows a little bit more of their mobility, stuff like that in picture form, convinces people to buy them. That's how I always see it. Let's see what it says on the back. Nothing new. So it's got that generic blurb. I would love to see these have a pinpoint blurb about each figure and stuff that's in these sets, but it has none of that going on there. It does say collect them all. Get Baxter and Splinter. You can get Rat King and Vernon, Rasputin and Genghis, the other frogs, of course, and Krang and his android body they're promoting there. And I should mention, I don't know what's going on in Minnesota. I know we got some Minnesota friends watching this, but you guys absolutely hate frogs, especially that first series of frogs. There were some of those Target stores up there that had 15 packs of the first frog sets. I've never seen anything quite like it. Down here in the other Midwest, in Missouri and Nebraska and Iowa, that I travel for work, I don't see that anywhere but Minnesota. So I don't know what's up with the frog hate in Minnesota, but you're going to be sitting on frogs for a long time. So, all right, let's get them out of the package. Let's see what's doing in here. Let's see what's going on with these old frogs. I slide it out. There's the old package right there. See you later. All right. Now, the turtles always have the layer in here in the back. They got the swamp, and that's kind of cool there. That's a little something kind of neat. A little fuzzy, though. It's like a screen grab from the cartoon is what that is. Very fuzzy, very kind of pixelated. So you think they could have updated that or cleaned that up a little bit. At the end of the day, that's not, the biggest of deals there, but it does look weird how fuzzy this is for a background. But anyways, it is what it is. See you later. All right, now we got the plastic prison here. There's a lot going on in here, and I like that we got different accessories from the other frogs. We know they all had different weapons, much like the turtles, but we get a few other things. We get some money bags and stuff like that, so that's kind of cool. There it is, the plastic prison right there, the old turtles. Tons of accessories, tons of hands. We got 2 money bags. We got baby frogs. We got extra heads. There's just a lot going on here, and I absolutely love every inch of it. But let me do like I do all these turtle reviews. Let me undo the twist ties and cut this guys out, and we'll get back and take a look at the figures. All right, we're back, and we've got the frogs out of the package. Many of little plastic clips that we got to clip out. You guys know how it goes with these NECA figures. They are locked in pretty good, so it takes a little work getting them out. But I got them out of there. We got 2 frogs. Let's dissect them. No pun intended. This isn't high school science class, but let's dissect these frogs. We'll start with Attila first. Now, both figures very similar, as you guys know, but there's Attila. It's funny, they're punk rock frogs, but nothing about their dress really screams punk rock. They should be almost maybe surfer Beach Boys frogs, or maybe possibly ska frogs. Maybe that would be something out there, but not sure exactly why they got punk rock titled. Doesn't really make sense, but the 80s were a crazy time. Anything went, I guess, back in the 80s. But we got Attila here. I believe this is Attila, if I remember my frogs correctly. I could be wrong, but I believe this is Attila. And typical frog. I mean, it's reused from the last one, getting the most of your molds. I do appreciate the color change differences here. There's little touches there, as they could have, and I think some toy lines would out there, release the same thing, same figure across the board, same skin tones, different heads. I can see some companies doing that, but NECA went above and beyond on these, so I do appreciate that. Like I said, this is the second round of the frogs. I don't know if everybody wants all the frogs, but I truly appreciate the deep cuts like this. I feel like if you got one set of frogs, you got to get both sets. Why wouldn't you get both sets of them? And the frogs got great articulation. NECA figures get a bad rap, and rightfully so in some cases, of breaking right out of the package, extremely tight joints and stuff like that. Attila here so far, not that issue. He's got a removable head that twists side to side, of course. We got shoulders and arms that move all the way around. You've got a hinge at the elbow. It is not double jointed, single jointed. You got twisting and moving on the wrists, and then you got hands, of course. Same thing on the other one. Body-wise, you got a diaphragm joint at the top that moves. You've got legs that move. You can do some serious splits, some frog legs there. You can move very well. He does have double-jointed knees, which is cool, and we do have ankle rocker on him. He's got 3 toes for those keeping track at home, and 5 fingers, or 4 fingers. I can't count. He does got a cool shirt, though. It just does scream 80s, this shirt. I remember wearing shirts like this myself as a young, fashionable Kyle, as a little kid in the 80s. Purple shorts is always a wild fashion choice, but you know what? The frogs don't mess around. So very good here. I like this one. He's got a smiling head here going on. The other head, more of a worried, kind of grimacing head here, so you can kind of choose your own adventure, how you want your frogs. If you want them in battle, you want them kind of meek and mannered, you can do that as well. He does come with a weapon that I don't recall. I don't really remember their weapons too well in the cartoon. It is a bendable weapon, which is pretty cool, but I believe this is called, it's either a whip or a morning star. I believe that's what I read. It was a morning star, but it does kind of look like a whip to me. So I don't know, but it does have bendy wire in it inside, so we do like that. So you can really adjust this whip, and I'm going to call it a whip. But I like that. I didn't realize this had bendy in it. I don't think we've got a lot of turtle accessories that have bendy in it like this. So that is cool for a whip because the whip moves around. We need that bendy wire, so I appreciate getting that as well. Both turtles here come with money sacks. Sacks of Money is, I believe, the first episode ever where they were kind of bad guys. I guess that's fair enough. They were bad guys that turned good, but they were robbing banks in the first episode. So now we get two piles of money with them. Bank money. Very cartoon-esque, old school. Not just turtle cartoons, but cartoons across the board. This was money back in the day in cartoons. You'd always see just the money sign on a bag. That's how money was transported back in the day. So I do like this, and I can see a lot of people getting reuse out of these figures, or out of this accessory of the money in different things. Put it with your Marvel Legends, whatever. If you're setting a scene, I could see people using these. If there's ever a Danhausen figure, which there will be from the Heels and Faces line, I believe in 2022, you could put these with Danhausen. He loves sacks of money. So that's a really cool touch there. One shared accessory we got with this set is a book. It has pictures of Bebop and Rocksteady. It's weird. It's got Bebop and, is that Slash? It's kind of hard to see. And then you got Rocksteady and one of the turtles. And then you got the 4 frogs. So it's a little family picture going on here. It must have been from an episode. I don't remember this. I kind of vaguely remember them having like a family photo album they kept or something. I could be wrong on that too, but that would make sense with this. I felt like there was an episode where they lost some pictures or were trying to get some pictures. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've seen the Turtles show. And like I said, I'll watch it again one day. But this book is kind of nice, an extra accessory, and something you could use in other figure lines and with your figure photography. So we do like that kind of stuff. We did get hands with these turtles. We get hands with all the turtles. Same hands, but different colors. You got the old thumbs up hands on both figures. We got those with the Last Punk Frogs as well. And then you got open hands for this. So you got the same thing on both sides for both frogs. And then you got their small frog bodies from before they got mutated into humanoid frogs, we'll call them. But I do like the attention to detail once again as they made the frogs match color-wise to the adult frogs or whatever we want to call them there. So that is a point of difference. I like that they did that. And it's a nice little touch. You got little frogs you can use. You can play out the scene however you want. So very cool once again. So some good accessories there. Let's move over to this guy over here. Now, once again, same thing, different color, same exact shirt, but different colors again with the yellow and orange instead of the orange and the yellow. Yeah, the orange and the yellow. I almost got my colors mixed up. But you got the same faces as the other frogs, but choose your own adventure. If you want the same head, they're just painted differently. So getting the most out of your molds to the extreme with these frogs. Same articulation, same everything else. Do they fit on a ringside collectible stand? I can't remember if they do or not. Does not seem to. Nope, the frogs do not fit on the ringside collectible stand, so that is unfortunate there. How's the articulation on this guy? You know, sometimes the joints are free moving, sometimes they are not. This one moves pretty good. This one moves good as well. The legs are the loosest I've had on a NECA figure too, which isn't bad for a frog. Frogs need some frog legs. It's, you know, they're jumping and hopping around. They need some momentum there. I do like that he comes with a serious weapon, a mace, I believe these things are called. You know, it's basically an old school wrecking ball on a chain. On some nunchucks almost. So I do like that. I think this is a really cool one. I love that all frogs, just like the turtles, have their own personality and their own weapons. A beautiful touch by the writers, and obviously they're going to reenact that in figure form here like we see right here. But all in all, very strong. Are these the best NECA cartoon turtle figures of all time? Nowhere even close. But they are a cool way to flush out your cartoon universe, giving us some deep cuts out there. And I'm glad we got all 4 frogs, because I didn't have all the Playmates toys back in the day. I had the turtles, I had the core characters. I didn't get too deep because I was collecting Joes, I was collecting wrestling, I was collecting Transformers, I was collecting a lot of things. The funds only go so far when you're 6 or 7 years old. There's only so many birthdays and Christmases out there. So I wasn't going deep into the frogs, but I do remember, I believe they only released like 1 frog back in the day. So this is the first time we've gotten all 4 frogs. So we got them right here. So it's pretty cool to be able to flush out a team. I like it a lot. I love things like this. This is going to look good on a shelf. I'll have Leatherhead there. There's that famous episode where they were fighting with Leatherhead. Love this Leatherhead figure. Some quality issues with it, but I still do love this figure. But this is how I'm going to display them. I'm currently working on my brand new Ninja Turtle display. Hopefully I can debut that early 2022. Holy cow, we're getting close to 2022. It's going to be a pretty cool turtle display, but as they keep growing, I need some more room, and I've got a pretty sick plan that I think will surprise and excite a lot of you guys out there. So I definitely would say stay tuned to the channel for a future Ninja Turtle display. But what more could I want? Not really much more. It does seem like a bit of a, I don't want to say a cash grab with this because you need all four, but it is definitely getting the most out of your molds. That's what I'm trying to say. But it's rightfully so. It works, it makes sense, and I do appreciate the color differences on all these guys. That's really what takes it to the next level. That's what gives NECA a lot of praise they get out there, is they don't cheap out a lot of the time. Every once in a while something's missed, but they didn't cheap out here. They gave us the different colors. Glad to flesh out the team. Not the most exciting turtle release. I don't think there'll be a lot of turtle anxiety out there for this one. I think if you play that little bit of that long game, wait a couple of weeks, you'll be able to find this in your local stores eventually. Not the strongest release of some of the other ones in the past, but still a very cool set. I'm glad to have. It will display nicely, like I said, in my collection. But what say you guys out there? Any thoughts on the punk rock frogs? Surfer frogs, they should really be called if you look at these guys. But tell me your thoughts on these. Did you pick them up? You still playing that long game? Haven't seen them yet? Let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to like this video. You made it this far. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the old notification bell, of course, as we march towards 10,000 subscribers here on the channel. Getting dangerously close. And there's going to be a lot of fun stuff when we do hit that mark. A lot of giveaways, some special videos out there. So make sure you're subscribed. Follow me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram. Lots of pictures, lots of posts on those things showing the fig hunts of the week, all kinds of stuff on there. So make sure you're following along. And then go to ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, get your very own Turtle Anxiety t-shirt. It helps me fight that turtle anxiety. And most of all, support the channel, support all these videos I do. So there you go. The punk rock frogs are in the can. I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.